Hey folks, Jackdaw here. Get ready for an epic adventure as we dive into a massive update on Baldur's Gate 3, which is just a month away. From the recent unforgettable final panel from hell, exploring brand new romances and new characters, to their latest blowout community update featuring new classes, level caps, and so on, there is no shortage of news to dive into today, and you're in the right place for the latest BG3 scoop. So let's just jump straight into this update. In an unexpected turn of events, the release date for Baldur's Gate 3 has been moved up, offering eager fans the chance to dive into the game earlier than previously anticipated. The PC full release for BG3 is now scheduled for August 3rd, while the PlayStation 5 release will follow up on September 6th, with a focus on optimizing the game for the PS5 platform. Larian aims for a smooth 60 frames per second experience on the PS5 and needs just a bit of extra time to ensure quality, as the game offers a vast amount of content with over 175 hours of cinematic dialogue, which surpasses the length of every season of Game of Thrones combined, promising a unique adventure for every type of player in single player, online multiplayer, or even local co-op. Having said that, for the Xbox version, Larian is optimistic about BG3 on the Xbox Series X, but they are still working to ensure optimal performance across the entire Xbox ecosystem. Looking at you, Xbox Series S. So further updates on the Xbox version will be provided at a later date. Now, given this new release date, for those PC players wondering if they can still beat BG3 before Starfield comes out in September, Larian announced that a complete playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 could take up to 200 hours, offering extensive content for those who want to experience everything. For the more casual fan or the standard approach, it's typically going to last 75 to 100 hours, with Sven reiterating that those who do want to complete everything, it will require at least 200 hours. So plan accordingly if you want to play Starfield a month after BG3. Ultimately, I feel like BG3 is going to offer a completely different RPG experience to Starfield anyways. Now, jumping into the new gameplay features of BG3, the game offers a diverse range of playable races, with 11 races and 31 sub-races to choose from. The latest update reveals that Dragonborn and Half-Orcs will be included as playable races at launch. Dragonborn, hailing from the distant world of Abier, display their draconic heritage through their hulking size and unique scales. With 10 sub-races available, each with their own damage and resistance traits, Dragonborns can unleash powerful breath weapons. Half-Orcs, on the other hand, known for their fierce physique and intense emotions, bring an intimidating presence to the game. They possess savage attacks, enabling them to deal high weapon damage, especially during critical hits. Half-Orcs also exhibit exceptional resistance, with relentless endurance allowing them to cheat death once per long rest by dropping to 1 HP instead of dying outright. Bloody brilliant ability. In addition to Dragonborns and Half-Orcs, Duergar, a subterranean dwarf subrace, will be introduced in BG3. May have absolutely mispronounced that to oblivion, but their stoic and unique addition come with over 200 new dialogue responses tailored specifically for Duergar characters, just further enriching the game's diverse lineup of races, which is so fantastic. And we haven't even touched the surface of how much you can refine your character. Following on from that, we have the brand new monk class finally introduced in BG3, along with a total of 46 subclasses across 12 classes. This game is going to be so vast and has so much replay value. Now, monks are going to be agile fighters who combine fighter and rogue-like abilities using Kai-powered punches. Basically inspired by Kung Fu cinema, they're going to deliver stunning visuals. Monks start with unarmored defenses and can choose to use weapons or unarmed strikes that can scale in damage. And there are 3 monk subclasses: Open Hand for close combat, Shadow for stealth and teleportation, and 4 elements for spell-like abilities. Monks have scale attack damage and the ability to deflect ranged attacks using deflect missiles. Additionally, the game features magic items designed just for monks. So many options tailored for so many different playstyles. And we're not even done with that. The character creation system in BG3 offers so much extensive freedom, allowing players to create basically any character that reflects themselves or embodies unique identities. You want to create Taylor Swift in BG3? BG3, go around as a bard, you can absolutely do that. Similar to D&D, players can just define their character's body type, age, appearance, and even hair highlights. These choices can shape just how well you want to perceive your character in this world, and there is ample room for expressing basically anybody you want to. At launch, players will have even more options for customization, including new skin tones, tattoos, heterochromia, lip makeup, accessories like earrings and piercings, customized horn colors for tieflings, and the ability to create older and larger bodied protagonists. Phew, let me catch my breath for a minute, because even further, BG3 has a diverse cast of companions that you can either choose to play as with their own unique personalities and backstories, or they can join you on this journey. These origin characters already include Asterion, Gale, Shadowheart, Lizelle, Will, and we have 2 brand new ones adding to the roster with Karlach and the Dark Urge. More on those final 2 in just a second, because in addition to these origin characters, we have 4 new companions available, and they are Halsin, Jaheira, Minsk, and Minthara. If you've played the early access already, a few of those names you'll already recognize. If you haven't, that's fine, you'll meet them in your own time. But originally, players were meant to be locked into a fixed group of companions after Act 1, which is the early access amount of the game. But this idea was actually scrapped. Now players have the freedom to mix and match these characters throughout their journey, which is freaking amazing. Most of these companions can also be romanced too, adding further depth to their relationships. Low-key also hoping that Jaheira will be romanceable, even though she was kind of in a romance of our hero in BG2, but that was a long time ago, so you know. We'll speak more about romance in just a second though, because we're going to explore the latest 2 origin characters, starting with Karlach. Now she is a battle-hardened tiefling barbarian who you do meet in the early access, but she is now joining your party as a new playable character, which is amazing as so many people loved her in the early access section, so to have her actually join our party is brilliant. Her scars, burns, and tattoos reflect her legendary warrior status. Her story as an origin character unfolds in the full game. Having escaped the relentless conflict between devils and demons, Karlach embraces life despite the hellish fire within her. While her power in battle is formidable, it comes with a risk of uncontrollable destruction. Writer Sarah Bayless envisions Karlach as a modern-day rebel, fueled by a desire for justice, camaraderie, and revenge against her betrayers. Karlach is a diesel-soaked dynamo with a heart of gold. And then we have the Dark Urge. Unlike other origin protagonists, the Dark Urge is a fully customizable character, allowing players to choose their class, appearance, species, and gender. And that's because this character begins the game with their memory lost due to an encounter with a parasitic tadpole. The Dark Urge harbors an insatiable urge for violence, which manifests in their thoughts and dialogue options. Guided by their loyal servant, which I'm absolutely going to butcher, Celeratis Fell, voiced by Brian Bowles, players can either indulge or resist their violent impulses. Despite these urges, the Dark Urge remains part of an adventuring party on a journey to Baldur's Gate, and relationships and romances can still develop with this character, although the details of these interactions will vary, so play as this character at your own risk. Definitely a second or a third playthrough playing as the Dark Urge for me, I think. Now on the flip side of all those companions and origin stories, we have our third final central antagonist revealed, and so joining Lord Enver Gortash and General Ketheric Thorm, we have Oren the Red, a shape-shifting murderess whose sinister objective is to drench the city of Baldur's Gate in blood. The encounter with Oren promises to be intriguing, but the exact manner and timing of this meeting will be entirely dictated by her, so do keep a watchful eye out in Baldur's Gate. Jumping back onto romances, something that was heavily featured in the latest panel from Hell, BG3 is going to of course offer diverse romantic possibilities, including an intriguing encounter with a wild-shaped druid. Lead writer Adam Smith highlights the game's commitment to fulfilling players' desires for a tender and consensual romance, even with a man temporarily transformed into a grizzly bear. You heard that right. Relationships in BG3 are unique and don't follow a predominant formula. Emotional intimacy can evolve into physical desire over time, while a passionate encounter after goblin slaying could develop into something more vulnerable and sweet with proper nurturing. And the recent panel from Hell featured some of these romantic potentialities, but there are many more relationships and opportunities for smooching to explore when Baldur's Gate 3 is fully released. So flirt away and see what happens, I suppose. Additionally, in a surprising twist, the level cap for BG3 has been raised to 12, allowing our player to unlock their full potential as well as our cast of companions. This decision was made to ensure that players have access to powerful, high level spells like planar allies, autos, irresistible dance and chain lightning. By expanding the level cap, Larian aims to provide a more satisfying and immersive gameplay experience. Now upon leveling in Baldur's Gate, players will have the opportunity to enhance their characters via unique advantage through feats. At launch there's going to be a total of 37 feats to choose from, with most of them being entirely new to the game. And these feats offer diverse benefits and allow players to tailor their character's abilities to suit their playstyle. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just a few of these new feats available include Actor, Alert, Charger, Crossbow Expert, Dungeon Delver, and so many more, so you can truly refine your character very specifically. In the same vein to this, BG3 is going to have over 600 player spells and sub-spells at launch, and that doesn't even include upcasting. I can't go over all 600, but here is the new spells coming at launch listed in this following post, and there is so many freaking spells that we can really tune into. Customization here is insane. And the final thing mentioned in the latest community update is BG3 offers various difficulty levels inspired by different types of dungeon masters in D&D. We've got the default normal mode providing a balanced experience, while story mode emphasizes immersion with forgiving combat and bonuses. For a challenging experience, however, players can choose hardcore mode with ruthless enemy AI, prioritizing vulnerable targets and introducing additional fight adjustments. With these difficulty options, players can truly customize the level of challenge in BG3. All in all, flippin' heck, Baldur's Gate 3 is shaping up to not just be the RPG of the year, but the RPG of this century already. I know we talked about beating this game before Starfield comes out, but don't even let that be a thought in your mind. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be an iconic experience this year, and we are in for an amazing ride. And there isn't that much of a long wait at all. With so much customization, character elements, a brilliant story, companions, and an incredible roster of foes, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be such an epic journey, and I can say that with confidence because we've already spent so much time in the early access, and that's already been such a brilliant time. So not long at all to wait. You can already expect more BG3 videos from me this month as we prepare for this epic games release early flipping August. Let me know all of your thoughts. What sort of character are you truly going to customize? I'd love to know what you're thinking for a first playthrough. But of course, until the next one, I have been Jackdaw, and I should go. Whoa, 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 whoa.